Hello guys, White Collar Forex Academy here, and we are back with another video. And in this video I'll just be showing you guys how my team and I take trades with Confluence, right? So basically this will be trading supply and demand, how to take entries, right, with Confluence, right? Confluence helps you take entries with more confidence. So that is why my team and I use Confluence. So I'll be showing you some of the things that we look at in order for us to be confident enough to validate a trade, right, or a trade entry. First and foremost, as you know, guys, we trade supply and demand. So as always, we will look for zones, and in order for us to get zones, we always target structure, right? So this was the last zone that was formed, right? So this is a supply zone, right? And as you can see, price is reversing on the daily to go test that supply zone, which was the previous lower high, right? So our goal here is to find buying entries, right? As you can see, we are already in a trade, so I'll be taking you guys through a live analysis of why we took that particular trade. So using our time frame alignment rule, we will be using the H4 instead of the H1. So the H4 shows clearer structure. Usually we'd go for the H1, but in this case structure was much clearer on the 4 hour, right? So let me just rotate the screen for a clearer view of structure. Right, guys, so as you can see here, let's go to the 4 hour. Right, so on the 4 hour, let's look at structure, right? So here we go. This was the last lower low formed and lower high, and then price gave us a higher low, right? And then a higher high, right? That is the structure. So it showed us that price is about to reverse, right? So now in terms of entry, what would be looking for, right? First and foremost, as I said, structure will always leave behind. So this here is our zone, right? This is the last zone price left when it gave us a new higher low, meaning it's reversing. And that's the zone that we used to enter. And we placed our stop not below the zone, but below the bearish candle before the bullish that showed us that price is about to reverse, right? Usually we put stop loss just below the zone, right? But as time goes and you become more comfortable with the strategy and the entry pattern, you are able to maneuver your stop loss and so forth. But by rule of thumb, you need to put it below the zone, right? So anyway, now let's get into our Confluence, right? So what else gives us confluence that price is indeed going to reverse and buy, right? Number one, as you can see here, we have our EMAs here. They crossed, broke, came back to retest, and now they're heading up again. That's number one, right? That's the number one confluence that shows us that price is indeed about to reverse. Number two, right? Number two is trend line, right? So I usually don't use trend lines, but when it comes to Confluence, I do use them, right? And I use them alongside zones, but not on their own, because when you use them on their own, sometimes you can't tell when there's a zone that is actually invalidating or validating the actual trend line. So this is Confluence number two, right? Number three is on the daily, right? So there's a pattern called the CRT pattern, right? So you guys can go investigate it, but most of you will probably know it, right? So let's just zoom in there, right? It's gonna be much clearer and we do it like this. So there's a pattern called the CRT. Let's just change that color right there, make it green. Right, so a CRT pattern right there is another confluence factor that we look for, right? So you get the last bearish candle in this case when we're looking for buys, and then you look for a candle that pierces that, closes up above or within the range of the candle in a bullish candle, right? So that's basically how CRT works. So if you go research CRT, you'll see exactly what it is, and this is indeed a CRT pattern within our setup and within our 4-hour zone, right? So that is the type of things that we look for when we take our trades, right? So let's go back again. So 4-hour. Number one, we looked at structure. Number two, we looked at the zone. Number three, our EMA crossings. Number four, we looked at the trend line test. Number five, we looked at the CRT pattern on the daily, because in this case, our high time frame is the daily and we are targeting the daily, right? So now we've entered the trade and we are targeting this zone right above here, which is a previous lower high on the daily time frame, and then we will then be looking for sell trades from there, right? So this is basically how we trade, guys. We trade supply and demand with Confluence. Sorry. So yeah, that's why we call our strategy supply and demand with Confluence. And this is the exact strategy that I've been trading for the past 5+ years, and also the strategy that I teach my team members, and also the strategy I've been using to trade multiple instruments, not only currencies, but indexes, and anything and everything with a candlestick and a chart, right? So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, and if you do have any questions, you can put them in the comment section, or you can join my free trading group on WhatsApp. The link will be in the video description. Or if you are looking to just jump in and trade this particular strategy, we do have our structure first ebook, and you can get it using the link in my bio. Also for inquiries, you can also use the link to my WhatsApp and inquire right there. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned a thing or two. Let's meet in the next video. So guys, this is how the trade is going, and I will be updating you guys as it progresses. Again, thank you for watching, guys.